afternoon. This is Evelyn and today is Thursday. We have a new moon in Taurus very early this morning. And so I'd like to talk to you about how best we can harness this Taurus energy. What else is going on in the heavens? But I think the bigger question is, what sort of earth do we want? We really want the energy of love. The energy of love for ourselves, for our fellow human beings, for other sentient beings, and for the planet itself. This is a much more positive and uplifting energy than the energy of fear. So if you find yourself going into the energy of fear and anxiety, and at this time it's perfectly understandable, catch yourself and with your mind, focus mentally on how you would like your future to look. Now, some of you will say, Evelyn, all too hard, can't do that, don't be ridiculous. And I know it's hard. I have been there. I have been in this situation where I've not known whether there's money to buy food. I know how it feels. So what I'm encouraging you to do is what I forced myself to do, rather than look down the rabbit hole and think, oh, what is my future going to look like? And I kept imagining a new and a different future. So I'm encouraging you to do the same, hard as it is to do. Because energy follows thought. When you think happy things, that's what you attract. So imagine yourself in your happy place. Allow yourself to feel love, to feel what it likes to be loved, to feel how it is to feel loving towards others. It may be in your home where you are, or it might be out in nature somewhere. So if your happy place is outside the home, find a quiet place to sit and let your mind and imagination simply take you to that happy place. It may be in the mountains or by a stream or even by the ocean. Energy follows thought. We will soon be past this home incarceration. What will you be doing? Who will you be connecting with in person? How will you be feeling? I'm looking forward to sharing a cup of coffee at a bench out in the open somewhere with one of my friends. At the moment we can't go to parks and sit and be together. We have takeaways, but it's not the same, is it? Okay, what else can we do to help us through this interesting time? What about your yoga classes? Are you still maintaining your regular yoga practice? Believe it or not, even as a yoga teacher, there are times when I think I should be practicing my yoga and I put it off, or it gets too late, or I make another excuse. And so I don't practice the postures that I know help me and my mind and my body stay well. I do know that I sleep so much better when I've exercised my body, be it yoga or a long walk or a bike ride or a big swim. So if I falter, and forgive yourself for faltering also. Know that you're not alone. We're all humans. Many of my teacher colleagues have pivoted well and are offering yoga classes on Zoom. And in the present circumstances, where we're meant to stay home, this works really, really well if the timing fits your new home program. So if you would like to be connected to a good Zoom class, let me know and I will send you some links. Zoom classes are marvellous for those who live at a distance and cannot be physically present. And since I live well away from my yoga family, I feel very privileged to be able to join other Gita teachers' classes. It's so lovely to be a student from time to time rather than the teacher. And in my own home. It's wonderful. But you know, there are many who work shifts or have responsibilities, maybe children, which make it difficult to join a Zoom class at the required time. So I have recorded a few classes, just short 30-minute classes, and loaded them onto YouTube. If you have never done yoga before, do have a look and see how you go. Have a go in your own home. No one's watching. It's your time. Let me know how it works or it doesn't for you. There is a class specifically for the energy of Taurus, and I'm about to upload another for stress and anxiety. Now, breathing. If you are disinclined to even attempt yoga, I encourage you to at least view the full yoga breathing video. It's not very long. We believe that we know how to breathe. We've been doing that all our lives. But are we breathing fully and completely and correctly to support our best health? So often life, with its challenges, reduces our in-breath to just our chest, and we become shallow breathers by unconscious habit. So please check out my full yoga breathing video on YouTube. Breathing fully and correctly can make a huge difference to the quality of your life, even if you cannot move your body into those amazing yoga poses. Breathing will oxygenate the body at many, many levels and help the brain function better. Good breathing is really, really important. So then now, what about this astrological guidance you talk about, Evelyn? The heavens are providing amazing information. But you know, astrology simply provides a view, like a weather forecast, to help you understand the conditions that are surrounding you. On the one hand, we have global conditions which affect the wider community, some more than others. At a more detailed level, we can consider how those global conditions are connecting specifically with our own personal astrological maps. And so if you would like some guidance about how your personal planetary points are being impacted and how this may affect your plans, please message me now and we can make a time to discuss your needs, your astrological forecast, so you can really take advantage of the energies that are around you. We are in the energy of Taurus, which is about taking care of and connecting with our earth. So many folk I speak with are rediscovering a garden and attempting to grow some vegetables. The local Bunnings, I went there the other day to look for something else, and I noticed they had absolutely no leafy veggie seedlings. So no lettuce, no silver beet, no spinach, none of those. So maybe you've got to grow those from seed. And not so scary, just takes a bit longer. And there are many YouTube videos that can help. And you could even grow leafy greens in pots around your place. It's really, really lovely to be able to pick your fresh leafy greens when you need them and not sort of store them for several days after buying them from the greengrocer or the supermarket. Remember also that herbs add such interest to so many dishes that you cook. I have parsley, thyme, mint, and oregano just outside my door. It's wonderful to have them available fresh every time I want them. So what will you plant this new moon? You've got the weekend ahead of you. There's plenty of time to take advantage of the new moon energy. Now Saturn, the planet of restrictions, is in Aquarius till the end of June, suggesting that our home detention restrictions, while easing slowly in some places, may well be with us till then. Saturn allows us also to create supportive routines. Our minds love routine. It allows us to feel safe. And that is why my yoga classes have structure and routine. So important at times like this, when everything else seems to be in utter chaos. Consciously create routines for yourself that allow you to feel more comfortable. But do be open to adjusting those routines in the future, because we are living in quite volatile times. Mars, the pioneering planet, is in Aquarius and is offering us many options in the technology space. So, what innovative ideas do you have for progressing your future using technology? There is much online shopping and happening, and couriers are working overtime to deliver our parcels. Businesses and education are connecting via various online platforms. A business group to which I belong, we've been meeting, pardon me, we've been meeting every second Thursday morning at 7 o'clock on Zoom. It's great fun. Try it. And talk about routines. What about your beauty routine? We've got plenty of time to pay attention to our faces, to our tummies, or to our backsides, or whatever. And so taking care of the physical body is important. And we do have time on our side at the moment. It's wonderful to relax with a mud mask or a facelift and really enjoy that uplifting feeling after the treatment. More indulgent and effective treatments are provided by the twice daily Lumi Spa, which is the world's leading cleansing device. Did you know that? I only just got that news about that now, the last few weeks. And for the older face, twice weekly galvanic spa with the wrinkle iron works well, you see? You see, it works well. It helps fine lines and wrinkles, keeps the skin plumped and youthful. They're treatment options to suit any budget. So message me now to find out what will work best for you. Gets home delivered. So what about pivoting in difficult times? How can we support ourselves? How can we help support our family, our friends, and our neighbours? You may know folk who are out of work now. It's scary. I have been in that space. It is usually temporary, and for most folk, I expect it will be temporary this time also. But how long is temporary? But this is an opportunity to reach out to them and support them in whatever way they need. It may be a box of groceries. It may be a gift card for them to spend on essentials. It might be taking them a meal. It may be helping them to pay a bill or two just at this time. Maybe an offer of work, even if it is short term. It may be simply a chat and encouragement to persist, to consider other options and not to give up, because there is a brighter future ahead. For those of you still in their working life, who are currently without work, this is an ideal time. Take away the panic and fear. It's an ideal time to think about doing something different. What would you want to do? How could that happen? What resources are required? And what outcomes would you see for yourself and for others? It may be just possible that this time is offering you that opportunity you've been looking for and hasn't yet materialized. What have you got to lose? Put it out there, folk. Put it out there. Our time at home is offering amazing possibilities. At some level, time alone in total silence allows space for our inner self to connect. In the busyness of our life until recently, some of us have struggled to find that time. Let that connection with self guide you. Sit in a quiet place and allow bright, sparkly white light to descend via your crown chakra and permeate your whole being. See the light. Feel the light extending. Feel the light extending to your fingers, to your toes, every part of your body. And be a beacon, be a light beacon for others. Use meditation recordings if you need, or simply just sit in silence. We have the time and the space right now. Let's do it. Now, have I been filling my time, apart from doing yoga and astrology? I've been making quilts. Some of you, I might have posted some of these on Facebook. I've been making quilts from the boxes filled with seemingly never-ending fabric scraps left over from past projects. And apart from keeping my hands and mind occupied, it's been an ideal opportunity to tune into some amazing recordings on YouTube about all sorts of topics that interest me. Having a curious mind, I've picked up some really outrageous ideas, which I shared the other day with some friends, who politely told me that I should stop making quilts because that stuff is really playing with my mind. I love it. It's wonderful to contemplate other perspectives on life, and particularly what is happening around us now. And why? Because this issue facing us is not a health pandemic. It might appear that way. Astrologically, this is an issue of power and control. Pluto is conjunct Jupiter in Capricorn. Pluto is about power. Unmoving power. Pluto also likes to get to the bottom of things. So it's digging out the dirt that has been surrounding large and intransigent organizations represented by Capricorn. Jupiter, a benefic, shines the light of justice on this dirt. Watch the overseas news, because we don't get much of it here. So deliberately watch the overseas news and see if you can discern the real news from the fake news. I believe that the focus for this power and control is in the USA and the UK. I also believe there'll be surprises. Uranus in Taurus, squaring, making a challenging aspect to Mars, is good at bringing surprises into situations that have seemed too settled for too long. So just watch out what's going on around you in this world. Now, to finish on a light note, my younger grandson had his first birthday a few weeks ago. And the original plan was that he was going to be here on the Gold Coast with his aunt from Canada and other family. But the universe had other ideas. In line with his Aries sun and moon, the pioneer, and his Aquarius ascendant, use of technology, his parents arranged a Zoom party. And so aunt from London, aunt from Vancouver, grandma from the Gold Coast, and various other family members from Melbourne were able to connect and celebrate Lucas turning 1. It was wonderful. I'm sure in time to come he won't remember a thing about it, but we will, and we had fun. So now please go into this energy of Taurus with some consciousness to try and heal yourselves, heal the earth, and make the most of the opportunities provided. Have a wonderful month.